Today we're announcing two things. One is the federal government initiative, and the second is a person to join that initiative. The Thomson Reuters federal government initiative is a refocusing, a doubling down, if you will, on our efforts with the U.S. government, which we see as a great growth opportunity for our company and a great opportunity for the government to get access to world-class tools that we already sell to corporations and law firms and a whole variety of organizations. We already have a lot of efforts with the U.S. federal government, and those will remain in place. What we're doing here is really two things. One is calling at a more senior level and building much more customized solutions. And the second part of it is leveraging our scale, because there's some things that if we did once, we could do for the whole company. For example, in the areas of contracting and some of the legal compliance areas. So we're going to work with the existing resources that are each of the businesses, and any of our government customers already know their salespeople. All of that remains in place. Those people will continue to do the great job that they've been doing all along. And the second part is we've hired Pam Graff, who's well known in the government. She's been an employee in the government. She's worked in the healthcare area. She's worked for systems integrators, and she's even run some product businesses. So she's got a great background to help us expand our role with the U.S. government.
How this is going to work is that we're basically a corporate resources to help business areas extend their reach into the federal space. For instance, we are currently working with one of the business units on a large-scale opportunity, helping them put together sales strategies, proposal strategies, and teaming strategies to best leverage our internal resources to win opportunities. The bottom line here is to grow revenue for the company. Well, I think Thomson Reuters has an amazing opportunity to better leverage the vast products and services the company has to better penetrate this market by collaborating across the business areas and by providing more customized solutions for the federal government.
Even though Pam and I work for the professional division, we actually have a company-wide responsibility. The strategy, when it was written, was back before we were Thomson Reuters, and so we didn't want to impose that on our friends over in the markets division. But once they saw what we're doing, they've signed on, and so we now represent the whole company. So that'll include the news offerings of the markets division as well as the financial services offerings.
The first order of business is to really look at some immediate needs of the different business areas. There's existing pipeline, existing opportunities that are pending in the federal space. So for me to come in and leverage my relationships in the federal government and my experience to help bring those opportunities to bear. And the second is to look in the company at best practices, particularly in the areas of contracting and business development, to look at where we can better leverage some of the different internal processes to better target this market.
There are a lot of great people working on federal government opportunities in the product businesses, and they're going to keep on doing what they're doing because they're doing a really good job. What we're going to do is we're going to get them all to collaborate together. We have something called an operations council where there's representatives from every federal government group in each of the product businesses, and we get together and talk about opportunities. But we're also going to give them reach into parts of the government that they haven't gone into before, as well as create these systems integration capabilities so that we can produce more custom solutions for the U.S. government.